Here is another good example which supports the idea of situation ethics, and this is the Stanford prison experiment, which was conducted in 1971, and I suppose the sub-theme is that it showed how good people can turn evil because of their circumstances. And the experiment was carried out at Stanford University, specifically within the Department of Psychology building, and the chief researcher, the person who put it all together, was Philip Zimbardo. And the ethical code that was infringed was that regarding the well-being, psychological and physical well-being of research subjects. And I have a couple of clips here, and each one, the first one, details the background to the experiment, and Zimbardo explains how it was put together and the reasons why the experiment was conducted. Here goes.
I was interested in what happens if you put good people in an evil place. Does the situation outside of you, the institution, come to control your behavior, or does the things inside of you, your attitudes, your values, your morality, allow you to rise above a negative environment?
The negative environment Zimbardo chose to test his ideas was a prison. He would convert the basement of the university's psychology department into a subterranean jail.
We put prison doors on each of 3 office cells. In the cells, there was nothing but 3 beds, and there was actually very little room for anything else because they were very small. And here we had solitary confinement, which we call the hole. And in the hole was the place where prisoners would be put for punishment. It was a very, very small area. When you closed the door, it was totally dark. All the guards wore military uniforms, and we had them wear these silver reflecting sunglasses. And what it does is you can't see someone's eyes, and so that loses some of the humanness, the humanity. In general, we wanted to create a sense of power. That is, the guards as a category are people who have power over others.
It was from the student body that Zimbardo selected his participants. After passing tests to screen out anyone with a psychological abnormality, they were paid $15 a day. Each was randomly assigned to the role of guard or prisoner.
It was a prison to me. It still is a prison to me. I don't look on it as an experiment or a simulation. It's just a prison that was run by psychologists.
On the second morning, the prisoners had decided to stir things up as well. The guards found some of them had used their beds to barricade their cell. Prisoner 8612 was one of the ringleaders of the rebellion. As punishment for the rebellion, prisoner 8612 was put in the hole, and the guards turned on the other prisoners.
The guards felt that they now have to up the ante of being tough. The prisoners made the mistake of beginning to use profanity against the guards in a very personalized way. So not against the guards, but, you know, you little punk, you big shit, and so. And the guards got furious.
Well, gentlemen, here it is time for count.
Prisoners were repeatedly woken in the middle of the night. The guards made them do menial, physical tasks and clean out toilets with their bare hands.
In this second clip, we see how the deliberate policy of the guards to up the ante of control against the prisoners affected the mentality and emotional pressure being felt by the prisoner groups, particularly one inmate.
Confused, prisoner 8612 returned to his cell and told the other prisoners that no one could leave.
He believed that we wouldn't let him go, although we've never said that. But the fact that he was the ringleader of the rebellion, and he told the other prisoners, they won't let you leave. And that really transformed the experiment into a prison.
Soon after returning to his cell, Prisoner 8612 started showing signs of severe distress.
Damn it! Fucked up! You don't know! I mean, God! I mean, Jesus Christ, I'm burning up inside, don't you know? I just fucking can't take it.
He came up with a plan that if he acted crazy, we would have to release him.
I'm so fucked up inside. I feel really fucked up inside. You don't know. I gotta go. I can to a doctor, anything. I can't say that. I'm fucked up. I don't know how to explain how I'm fucked up inside. Help now!
The question now is whether Zimbardo was justified in putting the subjects in his famous experiment under such pressure, under such emotional strain. And my feeling is that yes, the Zimbardo experiment was certainly justified for several different reasons. Firstly, there was no long-term damage to the people involved in the experiment. Secondly, I think he did extend the boundaries of knowledge, and he provided a physical, empirical demonstration, powerful demonstration of how our circumstances shape our behaviour, and that circumstances can make us do horrendous things, that people who are normal in everyday life find themselves in situations that make them act in ways that are totally antisocial. And I think the other reason why I think Zimbardo was justified in conducting his experiment, an experiment that would in no way be allowed by university authorities to take place in today's litigious environment. But one other reason why I think he's justified is that his findings still have a great deal of resonance. And recently Zimbardo wrote a book called The Lucifer Effect, Understanding How Good People Turn Evil, and in it he talks about things like the Abu Ghraib incident depicted here in these pictures, where Iraqi prisoners were tortured by American soldiers. And Zimbardo was quoted to say about the incident in Iraq that it's not a few bad apples that are a problem, it's the barrel that is corrupt, it's the culture of the army, the hierarchy, the system, the chain of command. It's this what created Abu Ghraib. It wasn't that people were necessarily evil, it was the situation in which they were put in.